everyone, this is Amanda Waidula. I am with Bank of North Dakota on Facebook Live. We go live every Tuesday, usually about 2:30 on those days. So make sure you like us and subscribe to Bank of North Dakota's Facebook page so you know every single time that we go live. So today we are live from the North Dakota Counselors Association conference that just wrapped up. They just finished with a really great keynote speaker
from Rugby,
which is great. And today we have Julie Scholl, who is the guidance counselor at Rugby High School. So thank you so much, Julie, for staying a little bit extra. I know you have a long drive to get home today, but yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about tips and tricks for students directly from a guidance counselor. So Julie, what kinds of things are your senior students experiencing during this time of year?
Well, some of them are experiencing senioritis.
Oh, senioritis.
Yes.
Yep.
But then several of them are anticipating that award letter arriving in the mail from the colleges that they applied to, so that they can make that definite decision as to where they're going to attend school in the fall. Many of them are applying for scholarships. I'm always putting a lot of scholarships out there using the Remind app, as well as on my website. And I have them in a top drawer in my career center.
Oh, absolutely.
So they are busy doing that. Encourage them to be.
Yes.
And we are also doing in my guidance lessons with them in their social studies class a college transition program that I received from NDSU Extension Service years ago, and I've just done some tweaking to it to make it more up to date. And just kind of, we talk about academics and finances, healthy relationships, and healthy choices. And it's got some really good handouts that go along with that, and encourages conversation with their parents.
Yes,
it encourages, okay, who's going to pay for my new tires when I need new tires while I'm in college? Who's going to pay for my insurance? Is my family going to continue paying for my cell phone bill? Just having some conversations with, not necessarily financial aid, but those other finances.
Yeah, and I think that's really important, because sometimes I think students focus so much on, oh, I need to get scholarships and grants, and oh my gosh, I need a student loan, that sometimes they forget, like, oh, my cell phone, my insurance, those other
bad
things.
tooth. I have a toothache. Who's going to pay for my dental, appointment?
Yeah.
Having that conversation with your parents is important. Yep.
Great. So what else do you do throughout the year to really guide students and their parents on these important decisions? Not just college, but career too.
Career. I use the areyoureadynd.gov website, where students can take some assessments, online assessments with the career clusters, and also some interest inventories, values sorter, things like that. That has been very useful in helping them, opening up their eyes as to some job that they maybe never even considered that's a good match for them. We do that in grades 7 through 11 for sure. Sometimes in the fall of their senior year, I'll have them do the Career Outlook magazine as well, because I also use that in the younger grades too.
Okay.
But by the time they're a senior, they really aren't thrilled about getting onto Are You Ready anymore. So
yeah, I'm sure they've used it quite a bit, 8 through 11.
Yes,
so.
and but I just remind them that this is going to be beneficial in helping them figure out what they really should go to college for, because it's expensive. So.
Oh, absolutely. And I like that you start with your students as early as 8th grade.
8th grade.
Yeah.
7th graders actually do the interest inventories.
Awesome.
Yeah. And then I also have them, we do college career fairs. We attend college career fairs. The 8th graders, we're very fortunate. We have a hospital right in Rugby, the Heart of America Medical Center, and they write a grant and always provide us a scrubs camp. And it's an all-day event for 8th graders. The kids really enjoy it. I mean, we've gotten a lot of positive feedback from that. We'll continue to do it as long as they keep getting the grant. And the kids are broken up into different groups, and they rotate through, and they're chaperoned by some hospital personnel. And then as a freshman, they attend the NCEC College Career Fair in Bottineau, and then in the fall, the sophomores, so it's those same students, they attend one in Bottineau as well,
Okay.
from the NCEC, and it's just remarkable to see the change in them, because when they go out of town to a college career fair as freshmen, they're thinking, oh wow, they don't really know how to handle themselves, but as a sophomore, they're just really looking around and kind of taking it more seriously. And then as juniors and seniors, we take them to the Minot Future Palooza.
Oh, yes.
So
That's a great fair if you're in the Minot area. It's not just tables with colleges and career. They
neither
actually have,
neither is the NCEC one in
they
Bottineau.
actually have like tables where they can talk to different careers and different people to get different perspectives, which I think that exposure is huge when students are trying to make those decisions. So
they get to actually talk to someone.
absolutely. So how about juniors? I suppose now is the time that juniors are like, ooh, the ACT's coming up. I need to really start thinking about college.
Actually, yes, they are really thinking about that, and I also give the sophomores the pre-ACT, so they're already kind of jittery about that a little bit too. But it just gives them, I really like the pre-ACT report, and that kind of tells us where their interests lie, because they also take an interest assessment on that, and where their strengths and weaknesses are academically. But yes, they're worried about the ACT, or if they have time, because they're so busy with sports and activities and homework, they're trying to study for that, using the apps, the Ready for ACT app and things like that. I also have the juniors do a job shadow. It's a mandatory job shadow, and so we use the interest assessments and career clusters results, because I have them all, record them on a sheet of paper, and they're in a cume folder in my office, and we use them, and I warn them ahead of time in the fall to have this conversation with your parents, because that's what it's mostly about, is what do your parents know you the best. They know your personality the best, and parents are number one in giving that advice. And so I encourage them to ask their parents, what do they like about their job? What do you do? Was there something else that you did before? Just having those conversations and getting some ideas from aunts and uncles and grandparents and everybody.
Absolutely.
Yep. So
because I know sometimes students don't want to talk to their parents. You're like, oh mom, leave me alone. No, seriously, talk to your mom, talk to your dad, your aunt and uncle, the other adults in your lives.
Yes.
Because they can give you some really great insight to their jobs, maybe where they went to college, what their majors were in, all of that stuff.
Yeah,
so,
and it's okay. Sometimes they may have started in this direction but ended up somewhere else, or maybe their degree is in this, and yet their job is somewhere else. But it helped them get that job.
Absolutely. So that's great advice. So before we sign off, what is your one piece of advice that you would have for high school students and their families when preparing for either college or career after high school?
I always want them to be mindful of, what all of the different careers that are out there, whether it's a manufacturing place or a hospital or the school. We have all types of different careers just right in our building. And hospitals, hotels, all of the different people that work here, because a lot of students will have hospitality and tourism as one of their top 3 career clusters, and they don't even know what that is until they read the description and they look up the careers. But just having that conversation with their parents, talking to other adults in their lives, and just thinking about that. What do I want to be when I grow up? What do I want to, at least for the next 5 years after I graduate? Because you can always change your jobs. Your job can change. Another door opens up for you. So.
And I think that's an important thing to point out is, the college that you go to and the degree you get, that's, not a life sentence. You don't have to have that job for 30 years. Like
I've changed mine several times, and I'm
Yep.
sure you have too.
Yes,
Yeah.
I have. I used to sell wedding dresses. I used to work at a university, and now I do this. So it's really fun, and you never know. I call them plot twists. You never know what kind of plot twists are going to happen and what kind of
That's right.
opportunities are going to open
That's
up.
right.
So
Yeah.
awesome. Well, thanks so much,
you.
Julie. We appreciate it. So, all right, thanks everyone, and we will see you next Tuesday when we're live. So have a good one.